The one who's writing the story dictates how Superman is gonna turn out. But if we take their words, Calvin is much stronger than Clark Kent. That's the truth. And if you don't agree with it, you're biased.
He needs some milk.
Hey guys, how you doing? What's good? What's poppin'? And welcome to the channel. My name is Ray. I'll be your guide for today. Well, for almost every day. And so on. Please do remember to like and subscribe if you like the video, and if you did not, please do hit the dislike button. Still works the exact same way. But let's get on with the show. Boxer, really? I'm trying to do a show here. Seriously, man? Issue 1 initially opens up with the destruction of Krypton, Superman's home planet. Most of us know this story. Jor-El and Laura send their baby boy to Earth, and he becomes the world's best superhero. A symbol of peace, freedom, honesty, and justice. But nah, hold your horses.
Fidget's next. My turn.
Nappa, what are you doing?
It's his turn, Vegeta. I have to wait for him. You okay, Vegeta?
Yes, just an aneurysm out of sheer stupidity.
Wow. Didn't think you were that stupid, Vegeta.
Alright people, let's agree on one thing. Superman may be the man of the DC comics. He may be the big one, the baddest one, the most super powerful one. I said super powerful one. Yeah, super powerful one. You got that. But let's be honest. Calvin Ellis is much stronger than Superman, Clark Kent. Because let's be honest, their physiology, their genes, their own biology says the ones that absorb more solar radiation from the sun get more powerful. Superman only wins because we want him to be written like so. The one who's writing the story dictates how Superman is gonna turn out. But if we take their words, Calvin is much stronger than Clark Kent. That's the truth. And if you don't agree with it, you're biased.
He needs some milk.
This is not that story. Well, it is, but it's a little bit twisted. Listen to this. There are two things that are happening right now. One, we are following the pod as it makes its way from the destruction of Krypton to Earth. And two, there is someone in the background who is reciting a prophecy. We do not know who it is at the moment, but we will figure it out in a few moments. The pod lands on Earth, and the prophecy goes as follows. From the stars, they will look like us. They will sound like us, but they are not us. They are demons. At the same time, the pod hatch opens up, and there we see both Jor-El and Laura inside the pod, with Laura going through labor. And before they can gather their thoughts, a couple of soldiers on horseback approach them with their bows drawn and ready to shoot. Jor-El stands up to reason with the men, but they are given the order and they fire their arrows towards Jor-El and his wife who's in labor. But right there in that moment, Jor-El's powers kick in and he annihilates these men and their horses. I mean everything. From the arrows that were in the mid-air to the fleshes of these horses, everything to the bone is evaporated under his heat vision. He heads back to Laura and the newborn baby, which of course they name Kal-El, and it's all uphill from here. On the next panel, we switch over to the Kingdom of Storms in a barn house, where we see that the person who was reciting the prophecy was John Constantine high on an apple. I'm not kidding, there's the apple. Here is also where we see King Jefferson, who looks awesome. I just have to say, look at this guy. He looks awesome. King Jefferson, or should I say King Black Lightning. I love King Black Lightning. We're not going to use his King Jefferson. It's King Black Lightning. Like King Black Panther. It just goes. And also we have a scribe here who's taking down the prophecy. And the prophecy continues. They are here. They stepped on our world from theirs. The green man waits. Fire and blood. Gods are born, gods are killed. Castle crumble. People tear as easily as parchment. Swifter than a crossbow. More powerful than castle walls. Soaring over moats and fortifications. Look up in the sky. Our fucking end. Please guys, please do not hurt me. I am just quoting what the great John Constantine says. We fast forward 19 years later at the Castle of El. Seems after landing on Earth, Jor-El and Laura took over the nearby castle that was near them and built a kingdom. We are joined by a young Kal-El who's racing off to the side of Bruce, the bad prince knight of this kingdom, and also Alfred. Kal-El asks to join them on their hunt, but Bruce shuts it down just like that. It's a different universe, but same old Batman. Bruce says that he has the duty of protecting the royal family from all magic users. Now, let me sidetrack for a little bit here. Superman has only two weaknesses that I know of. There's, of course, kryptonite, either the green kryptonite that's take his powers away, or the other different forms of kryptonite that have different effects on him. It's either kryptonite or the second one is magic. Superman has a weakness to magic. I'm not saying magic has the power to fully kill him in the main DC universe, but he does have an innate weakness to it. And here it seems that the shards of the planet Krypton have not yet reached Earth, so there is no kryptonite yet. But it seems as royalty as they are, they've taken measures to protect themselves from the only weakness they have right now, which is magic. We'll explain that as we carry on because it is very interesting on how they chose to handle this situation. We pick up with the Bat Prince and Alfred at an inn at Feast Village. There we meet this version of the Bat family, which consists of Duke Thomas, who in the DC main universe is the Signal, a recent addition to the team. We got Richard, who is Dick Grayson Nightwing, Stephanie, stand-in for Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, and Jason, who is of course Jason Todd, the Red Hood. And here we see that Jason is still up to his nefarious deeds of knocking people out when they do not listen to him, as we see him dragging the innkeeper out of the inn. He said that the innkeeper had refused to leave, so he had to knock him unconscious and drag him out. And of course, we all know that he's lying. Even Batman says from now on, Stephanie does all the negotiations, because a large amount of Jason's attempts at diplomacy often ends with people comatose. And I do have to say, Jason doesn't give a rat's ass of who you are or where you came from, as long as he gets the job done. The Bat Prince heads in and holds his blade to the neck of this sleeping blonde woman. She turns her head and it turns out to be Dinah Lance, the Black Canary. Now, a little bit of sidetrack. Dinah Lance and her mother both held the title of Black Canary. It was her mother first, then she came forward. That's why people have a little bit of confusion when it comes to her character, because both her mom and her had the title of Black Canary. But we'll carry on. Now, the Bat Prince stance here is that Dinah crossed into the kingdom of El, where magic is outlawed, and she will now have to come with him. So it seems that they're taking prisoners or people who can use magic. But Dinah, on the other hand, has a different idea and screams, letting out her canary cry, or in this case, as she's called, the Banshee, which totally wrecks the entire building. The Robins are knocked off into some bushes, and Batman has taken the full totality of her scream. Somehow, the Bat Prince is still alive. Well, second time's the charm. Dinah shoots out another scream in the face of the Bat Prince. And faster than a bullet, faster than a crossbow, Kal-El comes from the shadows and closes Banshee's mouth. He looks into her eyes and he says he doesn't see a monster. He just sees something scared. Before he can do anything, the Bat Prince knocks her out and they head back to the castle. We switch over to the castle of El as the Bat Prince and Kal-El make their way inside. They are met by the jester Harley Quinn, who for some time starts tormenting the Bat Prince. Kal-El is the one who shoots her off, but they have been summoned. When they get to the throne room, the king and queen are displeased with the Bat Prince on why they took Kal-El out for a hunt. Like I mentioned before, one of Superman's weakness, one of the Kryptonians' weakness besides kryptonite is magic. Now, it seems that the king and queen have taken measures in their kingdom to outlaw magic and to imprison anybody who has the ability to make magic. They have no trial. They do not even have a chance to plead what they're doing inside their kingdom. They are just taken in chains and hidden in the dungeon. You cannot judge someone just because they were born a certain way. But I do not know how they justify this kind of actions. Kal-El makes his pleas that his father's method of handling people with magic is absurd and is inhumane. That they themselves came from another planet and they're subjugating the people of their own native planet. Just like how, the Americans did, with the native Indians. But that's not the topic of today's story. And now, of course, Kal-El cannot win this argument and all the people in this room are against him, even the Bat Prince. But anyway, an argument erupts between the Bat Prince and Kal-El, of which where we learn that the Bruce Wayne's parents died when he was still young. And Jor-El and Lara took him in as Thomas and Martha Wayne were the friends of Jor-El and Lara when they came to the planet. Kal-El sees him as his brother, but because of human customs and human traditions at that time in medieval times, Batman sees himself as a bastard, someone who doesn't belong inside the castle. This argument between the Bat Prince and Kal-El rages on until Kal-El takes the Bat Prince away to the roof of the castle, and the mother of course takes her baby boy. Over in the distance we see a young Oliver Queen talking to a mysterious man in the bushes. The grey man over here enchants Oliver Queen's arrow. As Oliver Queen asks him, this is a coward way to win, but the grey man assures him this is the only way to win. And of course they are referencing the prophecy and how the elves are gonna destroy the world. Oliver Queen shoots his arrow into the air, and we quickly switch over back to the Bad Prince and King Jor-El. So Jor-El asks why the Bad Prince is feeling uneasy today, why he's more agitated than any days, and the Bad Prince confesses that he thinks he's cursed. He thinks he's cursed because he has been able to survive deadly feats that no human should be able to survive from, e.g. the cry from the Banshee which he got like 10 hours ago. I bet his eardrums are still ringing right now. So the Bad Prince asks Jor-El to banish him from the kingdom of El, as he thinks that his curse will fall upon the house of El and it will also curse them as well. Jor-El assures the Bad Prince is not cursed and then tells him is the real truth of who his father is. It turns out that back in the day, Jor-El had an affair. This affair he had with one of his monikers, the Bad Prince's mother. And out of that affair came out the Bad Prince. So the Bad Prince is half Kryptonian. Oh my god, when I saw this and I was like, god damn, so the Batman can do whatever he wants now. He has all the powers of Superman and he is human, so he has best of two worlds. But I'm getting off topic, I apologize. So Jor-El tells the Bad Prince that he is his father and the only reason he has been able to survive all those instances and all those deadly matches is because he has Kryptonian DNA running through his veins. And he promises him that he has been loved by two kings, he will love him as well, and he is the one who's going to be sitting on the throne. And out of nowhere, an arrow comes in and shoots him right in his eye. The comic ends with Jor-El in the arms of the Bad Prince as his eyes are glowing red. So for my own view, the first issue was amazing. It had amazing reveals of now we know the Bad Prince is half Kryptonian, half human. The whole conflict that's been happening between the Land of Storms and the Castle of El. Everything that's happening in this comic is fantastic. It is amazing and I can't wait to see what they bring in issue 2. If you guys like this video, please do leave a like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow up and we can get more viewers and we can discuss more on this topic. It's been your boy Ray and I'm out. I would say peace, but I gotta go.